Alright, I know everything's kind of a mess. The bed has to be made and all that, but those are some papers that I went through, and then in here I've just been shoving all the things in there. I don't just want to show it too much because there's got personal information on it, but I've been going through papers like crazy. That cubby hole is full of stuff that needs to be burned. That stuff needs to be burned. And I found my in 2012 I got this house changed into my name, and I took out a loan because I had to pay lawyers and all that stuff, and then I needed cupboards and like a washer and a dryer and a stove and all that stuff. So I went ahead and took out a loan like an idiot. Obviously, when you're young and you're dumb, you don't realize, but now that I sit back and I'm reading the papers and how much interest I'm being charged, it is, I mean, I was grateful that they lent me the money, but when you're paying back more interest than what your loan is, it's ridiculous. I am paying back $29,000 in interest alone. It was a $23,000 loan. Once everybody was paid and all that stuff, it was a $23,000 loan, and I'm paying back the 23 plus 29,000. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, not to get into my finances too much, but I kind of did the math to see, and I have 47 payments left before I want to say debt free, because that's pretty well my only debt that I have is that loan. So I wrote that down, and I'm going to keep that and keep myself inspired. And obviously, when it gets to the last year that I owe, which it'll be in 2022, I will put more. I just figured it out. Anyways, I'll end up putting more money to get it paid off quicker than the 47 payments that I need, because I pay them once a month, and it's basically 47. It was 120 months or 120 monthly payments, and I've made 73 of them so far. So 47 left, well, less than 47, and it'll be completely paid off, which is amazing. I'm excited, I'm happy. Like I said, I got that written down, so every month I make a payment, I'm going to put that number down lower and lower, and it's just going to encourage me to get it paid off quicker. So yeah, that's kind of, I've been going through papers, and I went through this drawer over here, got rid of a ton of paper in there. That little thing here, there had a bunch of little papers in there that didn't need to be in there. Got rid of all that. So I'm just going to probably put all that stuff in a bag, and I have another bag in here somewhere that needs to be burned. The other day, I've been slowly working on getting this bedroom done. The other day I took all this stuff out and went through it, and that's what I was saying, that it had all these, like, schoolwork and stuff. Like, I kept a lot of it, but I got rid of a lot of it as well. So, and then there's little things, like there's a Coke bottle here with Riley's name on it. This has some of my graduating stuff in it, like my hat and tassel and all that, and just some like little gifts that I got, teddy bears and stuff that I like to keep. And I have a couple of the McDonald's like little beanbag baby things. Anyways, and then I have like a couple outfits that I kept of Riley's. I got rid of most of his clothes, and that when I kept a couple outfits that were kind of sentimental to me, and most of this just says like birthday cards and little things that kind of mean something. So I'm just gonna close the door because he's gone to bed. So yeah, these are just like keepsakes, I guess you could call it. And then I decided down here I was gonna make myself like a linen type of space just for extra blankets and sheets and pillowcases, and I believe that's a tablecloth. And this little thing here usually hangs down so that we don't see this, but I have to properly hang that back up, but I just folded it there for now. And then down here I have to work with this space here. This is going to be kind of like my craft pencil crayons and just my glue gun and all that stuff, but I gotta get all that stuff out of there for now. And yeah, so, and then if ever I start, because I used to stockpile a lot when I was couponing, this was full of stockpile stuff. Like I used to have pop down there, full of pop, full of like shampoos and toothpaste, and it was nuts. Like I kind of miss it. But so for now, this is going to be the keepsake area, but I might, after I get up here cleaned out, because I also need space for my Christmas stuff and my Halloween stuff and all that, but I think I might get some bigger boxes and just kind of, because this is my Halloween stuff. I got 2 boxes of Halloween stuff that need to be put away, and as you can see, it's busting at the seams here, so I can't even put it all in a box. So I might just get another box, a big box, and put it all in there, because I do have another closet over here that's gonna all have to be cleaned out. But I'm not gonna overwhelm myself. Like I said, today I've had a headache. Well, I didn't mention it on this vlog because I put it on with like kind of yesterday's stuff, but that'll be going up tomorrow. I'll put all that stuff up. But I've just had a really bad headache today. It kind of went away and now it's kind of coming back, and I just don't want to overdo it. My bathroom and that, when I decluttered it, super easy. I got it done in a couple hours. My bedroom though it's a different story. It's got a lot of storage, and that's what I need to go through. And up there I have all my pictures. I went through a couple years ago and I put all my pictures in albums. There's a couple loose ones up here, but I had scrapbooking stuff up there. I have all kinds of stuff. It needs to be organized, and just I'm gonna keep it, but it just needs to be organized and pushed back. And I have little doors like that are supposed to go there. I'm gonna have to get some new hinges though, because a lot of them broke off. Actually, I think there's 2 doors down there, and there might be 2 more up top. But yeah, so that is my plan. Like I said, I'm just gonna work. I gotta dig all that out. Not down there. I'll have some boxes down there as well, and then I'm gonna move some stuff around. And I got Christmas gifts and stuff back there that I need to. I kind of had this all picked up, but then my mom was asking me for something, and I had to dig it all out and look for it. This basket I have to hang the stuff up from this basket, but I want to go through the clothes as well, because there's a lot of clothes that are there that we don't use or just sitting around, and there's just no sense in having it. That's my Christmas box, which eventually, once I get this moved, the Christmas box will go in there. Not the Christmas box, my Christmas tree box will go in there as well. And as for that, that's just a matter of being dusted. Everything on there I'm keeping. That's all keepsake material. I don't have very much on the walls because I've done a declutter my bedroom video before, and it just got cluttered back up again. But I've just got a couple pictures and a shelf with some stuff on it. This needs to be hung up. I got that last Christmas, I believe. A couple of my son's wall art that I keep up there. A clock that doesn't work, that needs a battery. And just a picture of my old puppy dog that I miss. My little Nikki. She was a sweetheart. But yeah, other than that, and then I just got a couple. The walls are fine. It's not the walls the problem. I want to take stuff down though and like wash it down, but it's getting in these little nook and crannies that really take up the time. So, and then there's all this closet to go through, and then all this crap to go through down here, and I might even pull that out of there. That was one of my son's old toy boxes, but it was kind of falling apart and I didn't want to throw it out, so I kept it there to put some stuff in it. But I might pull it out, and I don't know, I want to use it for something. I like to repurpose stuff, so we'll see. And then I have to go all through all these clothes. There's more bins in the corner here of like schoolwork, and it's just, I'm pulling them out and doing them little by little. So that is a little bit of progress on the decluttering of my bedroom. Alright, well, if you guys know how I clean, I always make a mess before things actually get cleaned, but I just wanted to kind of bring you for a quick little update for the bedroom. Up there, I had taken all that down. I went through all the pictures. I put a bunch of pictures in frames that need to be put out and just around the house. Every picture that wasn't in an album is now in an album. They're all neatly stored away. I have scrapbooking stuff up there. And then these are just two like keepsake boxes, which were also gone through. I went through that box, and I had two of these big boxes, and I was able to cut down to one. There is the other empty box right there. I have clothes over there that need to be cut up for, it's all marked up, I don't know why. Cut up for like rags and stuff, and then there's a couple pairs of fuzzy socks, which I'm not really crazy about fuzzy socks. I find they just make my feet sweat, and I slip around a lot with them, so I'm going to use those kind of like, I'll put them on my duster and use them as a duster. This is stuff that has to be washed. There's more of it. I'm going to wash the curtains and that go over top of all that, and then there's that full of recycling stuff, and then there's also some clothes that have to be thrown out because they're just not really rag material, like jeans and stuff like that, that just have paint stains and whatnot. These are my son's skates for this year. This stuff has to be put into the summer stuff, and then these are just empty boxes, kind of wait until after Christmas so that I can put my bulbs and all that stuff back in. So I'm going to find a place for that, get rid of that, wash all in there, and then that cubby hole will be ready for, if I can get a big box after Christmas, I'm going to try to fit as many of my decorations in that box as I can, and I'll use that space, for that. And then this purse eventually is going to have to go here in my linen space, and then this is kind of like extra things from a birthday party, so I might put that away for till his next birthday. It's just like little plates and cups and a couple things for kids and stuff like that. I want to use this space. I've got coloring books and crayons and like artsy type of stuff that is going to go there. This is like, obviously I got my toilet paper stored there, and but I might arrange this a little bit better. This has a bunch of rags in it, and then there's just like extra blankets and pillowcases, and there's a couple things up here that I gotta move out of there, but there's a little bit of space if I need to, but I want to try to find the doors for that, put those doors back on. Went through all the clothes and got rid of what we don't wear. This is a bunch of, that's a onesie. And then this is a bunch of mixed matched socks and mitts. And if I don't find them after I'm going to do all the laundry up, I might only have like one load. Once that's all done up, if I cannot find the pairs to them, then they're going to be used either as rags or dust cloths or whatever. This is more empty boxes, and so is that bag there. So I'm going to gather all that up together and put that in one space. I did have a big chest in here. That's what I was burning yesterday because it was pretty well destroyed. So I put all the paper in there and just burned the whole thing. And then this is the other closet. I had a bunch of sea glass stuff down there. I just kind of went through it all. I have a couple ornaments there with a little bit of sea glass in it. I want to hang those up. That's my worm bin. This is an older computer, and then this box has a bunch of painted rocks that we were finding for a while. And this is just extra, that's my little extra space heater thing that I don't really use because it takes up a lot of energy, but if ever I were to need it, I would have it. And that's a duffel bag, and I'm going to try to fix that up so that I can use this space and put some stuff there as well. Now I'm working on this little section over here. I have some clothes that need to be tried on, and if they don't fit, they're going to go for rags. And then this Halloween box I got to fit up there. There's a couple Christmas gifts and my Christmassy stuff. I gotta find either, Riley asked me if he could have that. If I don't find that it fits in his room good or whatever, if I can't think of anything to do with it, I'm just gonna end up chucking it with something that I got out of the garbage anyways. And yeah, then there's these two doors. There should be two more somewhere. And then there's my wrapping paper and all that. But get rid of that, but I'll bring you guys back whenever there's Christmas gifts. And then air conditioner, but we didn't even use it this year, so I might just, I don't know, I might bring it next door and see if my dad will store it in the shed just to get it out of here. Or I might try to set it on top of there. I will see. I'll bring you guys back whenever I got it all cleaned up. This is kind of the overview of it.